Thanks for the comment there, Andrew. Can't eat completely organic. It says, if one can't eat completely organic, would you still encourage an exclusively diet of fruit anyway? You know what? Absolutely. I'm sorry, but this isn't a perfect world in that way. Man just has not thought enough about his food sources. So if you live by health food stores that like Whole Foods or something, and you've got good organic foods, okay. If not, you can order them like from Diamond Organics in California. If not, these are expensive things. If you don't, you're tight with your money. You know, I've seen organic grapes in Walmart. So, you know, you just look around, you get what you can, wash everything with a veggie wash or hydrogen peroxide and lemons and stuff. Really clean the pesticides off, and it's the best you can do. If you get some pesticide residue in the body, a little bit, and you're eating all this good nutrition, so what? I mean, because that's not that's the least problem when you're dealing with cancer and tumors. A little bit of pesticide in the body with all these antioxidants and all the flavonoids and everything. But if you can be as pure as you can, but don't let that stop you. We've had thousands of people that have overcome their problems through these health programs, whatever, from cancers to everything. Well, what the medical doctors like to call these things, but have gotten their health restored through grocery store produce. So don't let that stop you. Of course, if you can get the best, get the best. Now, David Wolf, you mean Mr. Avocado? I tell you, I had to think that was a funny, what was that, reality TV, that show he was on. I watched that. It was funny. We all know David Wolf well, of course. You know, lack of understanding about fruits. It's a lack of understanding. And now, of course, he's pushing a lot of the isolates. But David Wolf wasn't a practitioner, so he didn't understand these things. You know, there's a cycle we go through. And I saw that with, let's see, Harvey Diamond. I saw the same thing. These people enter these, some of these people enter these, the raw food consciousness. They come in, they say, hi, I feel better, and then they pull out. And these guys, David Wolf didn't, but I thought this other guy did. Because you have to live that. You're not going to demineralize yourself eating fruits. I would have to say all the primate families would have that problem. But you demineralize yourself in an acid environment. I will tell you that. You start leaching calcium out of the body. Fruits have full of minerals, more salts than minerals. But we're not designed to eat heavy minerals. Matter of fact, you can't absorb the inorganic minerals. So this is really more about salts than it is minerals, isn't it? So, you know, a lot of these people have these ideas, but they come from ridiculous things. But it's a cycle we go through. Like Harvey Diamond now is pushing digestive enzymes. Eat raw, and he wrote Fit for Life. So eat raw 2 weeks a year, and then the rest of the year when you're eating your cooked dead foods, take digestive enzymes. I heard him lecture once, and that's what he said, and it's like, excuse me? I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens to some people. They lose, or did they ever have? I've seen him on videos before, and it looked like he had caught it, but obviously he couldn't keep it. So, I never can pronounce your name, and I want to learn how to do that. K-A-L, or is that I-K-E-K-U-U? I love that. I love you, honey. Thank you for all that and all your things, sweetheart. I do have books on the market. I think I've showed you this before, but someone asked me about books. This is my book on the market. I have a whole series coming out called the Illusion Called Diseases, but you know, I have to tell you, I'm so busy that sitting down and writing is not what I really feel like doing. I'm an outdoor guy. I love outdoors. I like to work outdoors. I got gardens, and sitting down and writing a book, I mean, it's a lot of work because it's back and forth, and I'm a guy that likes to say a whole bunch of things in 1 or 2 sentences. Well, the publisher, I mean, I'll put it the editor, she didn't like me. She says, you got to expand on things. So I'm trying to do that. I like to cut through the chase. This is the bottom line. That's it. But then a lot of people have to have all the frills around it. So, okay. So it's harder. It's easier for me to talk to you and do videos than it is to write these friggin' books. I started one on the Great Lymphatic System, which was going to be the first series in the illusion called Diseases. And I've got probably most of it written, but it's like now we got to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Most of the stuff we've written have been journals for physicians and manuals and protocols here in the company. What tea are you talking about? I'm talking about what I call the Heal All Tea, and I think I've talked about that before. The Heal All Tea is a tea I made for women that have had atypical cells after pap smears. They realized they had vaginal walled cells that were moving toward cancer. And so I made this as a douching tea. Incredible tea for converting cells back into a state of health again. So, but you can use that tea for literally anything. That's why I call it kind of a Heal All Tea there. Now, yeah, here's part of that. I hope you guys work that out now. Loves cartoons and the water full of love. You guys good? Everybody good there? We respect everybody, don't we? The water full of love. We do. We don't care. You're going to feel the way you feel. I feel the way I feel. But the fact that we're all brethren on this and we're all working together is cool. If someone sees something, okay, good. You know, I'll seek to always understand where you are. Even if I can't get there or I don't want to go there. Doesn't matter. Nerve pain in arms. I thought that was a pretty good one. You have already helped me with my mom. All right, she had melanoma. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. This is about my friend Mike, who was 54 and has nerve pain in his arms because he is a Salamide baby, and his arms did not develop properly. Only his arms were affected. His mom was a nurse in the U.S. military and gave her son a derivative of this, which wasn't as strong as what they used in countries like England. Mike's arms are shorter than normal and bent. His fingers did not develop properly. He's been told his veins and arteries are backwards. You mean, and you're clarifying here size-wise, right? Okay. So Mike has circulation issues in his arms where he sometimes goes numb. I doubt if he's going numb from poor circulation. Maybe. I'm going to say more nerve impulses probably than circulation, but you know, it could be. He's right when he describes nerve pain because that's where you feel the pain is the nervous system. You don't feel the pain anywhere else. It's in the nervous system. He takes Tylenol for all the time, etc., etc. I've noticed like Mike's arms tend to start hurting after he eats. Well, that's an interesting observation that you made there, my friend. His arms start hurting after he eats. I imagine the blood is rushing to the stomach to help digestion. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but I can tell you there's a link to the colon. Remember in the embryo, when you open up as a cell, you get that embryonic trunk like a tadpole. That's your gut tissue, and that's connected to your arms and everything else. Your heart, all your tissues come out of gut tissue, including your arms. So I have to tell you that there's a symbiotic relationship between the colon and his arms. So he really needs to go out aggressively into this after his health. Because remember, your body can readjust itself. Believe it or not, your tissues can grow. I have a ton of people that are short that after we started working on their pituitary, they started growing again. This is common, and I would really go after the health of the body. That's the only way you can remedy these type of genetics and damage done by these neurotoxins and drugs. These neurotoxins suppress the central nervous system, suppress pituitaries. Detox these things out of you. These type of things can be in you the rest of your life. So detoxify these out, get the colon cleaned up, get up with some upper circulation into the brain and nerve, and then hit into the colon with the stomach and bowels, hit the kidneys, hit the lymph system, and then as you clean the body out, when you move down the line, think about the ultimate immune. And the ultimate immune has velvet antler and it has ginseng. Power pack, cellular proliferators, power pack to strengthen the body's cells and for growth. And so I use these in spinal cord injuries and things, and that's what I'm saying. We've got a lot of great tools in nature, and you guys are going to discover more tools than I ever had, probably. So, yes, whatever you can accomplish, whatever this man can accomplish, go for it. Because there's no other remedy for him, obviously. Because no one's into regeneration of tissue. And this includes genetics and damage by chemicals and everything else. So I would love to see what you can do with this case, my friend. I'd like to see what this case can do for himself. 100% raw, nothing cooked. Nothing, no proteins. 100% raw is required in these type of cases. Let me see. Finally, there is anything you would recommend to help counteract the effect of taking Tylenol? Yeah, work on your liver. Take the liver formula for a while and help protect the liver from all so much Tylenol. But really get this body alkaline, really get the colon fixed up, and that related spasticity will go away. And so really work on that GI tract. And of course, here's the autonomic nervous system tied right into the stomach. So as you clean that up, all this inflammation, the relationship between the sympathetic and parasympathetic, all this will find its way of health and healing. And it'd be neat to see what he can do. Take a year minimal, I think, to see the beginnings of regeneration. But where are you going to go? Oh man, my time's up already. Yeah, you must be your joy. I have to tell you that. I love this one. Thank you. One once. That's pretty good. You were a client of mine a long time ago. I love you too, dear. I do. I love all my clients, despite what some of them might think. We get a lot of clients that are really ratted out, man. They're so emotionally ratted out that it's hard on them out there. You got to try to find balance while we help you through these hard times, especially for those of you that are very emotionally ratted out. Hang on. Grab your strength, because the emotions are going to fly, and it's going to rip your emotions away from you. So you'll be crying one minute and laughing the next. Okay, I had a quad that had a head-on car crash. She killed the other guy in the car, and her emotions, when I detoxified her, one week she'd be yelling and screaming, the next week cussing me out, the next week laughing at me, and the next week full of joy. And that was a tough case for her. Her caregiver just wanted to kill me. I said, this is her. This is this consciousness, this fear, and all this locked in cells. And a big story behind that, but she was a C3, C4 quad. She had no movement. She made me a nice stained glass little thing with her mouth. She could only move her wheelchair with her mouth. She had no feeling anywhere. They called her the Velcro Queen because she always had so much spasticity she'd throw herself out of the wheelchair. I reconnected her in 11 months, head to toe. You could touch anywhere. She could give you leg lifts. She's on our video, although we went and filmed her cold, but she could raise her hand, and in therapy we could get her go to her hand, lift her legs. We had her connected. Incredible stuff. And that's the body. I mean, that's the coolness of this. Can anyone help out there? I don't know about these chronological lists of videos. I don't know how YouTube works that way. Now here's one. I know I'm running late. They'll be coming and get me in a minute.